Hari bole bole gorelo aji hari bole bole gorelo elore gorange chanke melo thilo elore gorange chanke elore gorange chanke melo thilo elore gorange chanke nitai advaita sange godru me khashiyo nitai advaita sange godru nitai advaita sange godru me khashiyo nitai advaita sange hari bole bole gorelo Sankirtana ras में ते नाम विलाइलो Sankirtana ras में ते नाम हटे देश प्रेम जगत बसाइलो नाम हटे देश हरि बोले बोले गोरेलो हरि बोले हरि बोले बोले गोरेलो गोद्रुम वासिराया दुख दूरे गेलो गोद्रुम वासिराया गौरा गोद्रुम वासिराया दुख दूरे गेलो गोद्रुम वासिराया भक्त वृंदा संगे आसी हाट जगाइलो भक्त वृंदा संगे आसी हाट जगाइलो हरि बोले बोले गोरियो हरि बोले बोले गोरियो हरि हरि बोले बोले गोरियो नदिया भक्ति गोरा एलो नमे हाथे नदिया भक्ति गोरा एलो नमे हाथे नदिया गौर एलो हाथे संगे निताई एलो हाथे गौर एलो हाथे संगे अजी गौर एलो हाथे संगे निताई एलो हाथे हरि बोले बोले गोरेलो हरि बोले बोले गोरेलो नाचे मत आरती कई गोद्रु में माते नाचे मत आरती कई जगत बनाई कई प्रेम वाला साथे जगत बनाई तोरा देखी जा रे ओ तोरा देखी जा रे तोरा देखी जा रे तोरा देखी जा रे तोरा देखी जा रे अस्मितादि भक्त वृंद नाचे घाटे घाटे अस्मितादि भक्त अद्वैतादि भक्त वृंद गौरा हे सुख भासी जीव कर चंद्रनाटे
Muslim? Is it clear? No. Not sure. Krishna Krishna Bhattaya Taravattam Adhanathanarandasya Dhananjana Shavate Chakshurum Militam Jintasma Shri Gurve Panchakalpatribhishcha Kripasindhuvaicha Nampamnebhyo Vaishnavyo Yam Prajantamanavityam Vittikrityam Dharpano Vilaha Katrajnava Putreti Tamayate Prabhupine Nustam Sarvudimidamante Bhaktyavinam Aparalapsakita Sikamarita Rangamate Kripa Maitam Sharanam Prapanam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Ajanulambida Bhajo Kanakavarato Sankirtanai Kapitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishwambarod Vijujaro Jugadamapalo Vande Jagatpriya Karo Paranavataro Anapita Charim Shirat Karanai Varatana Kalo Samarpayatu Monatu Jalrashasha Bhakti Shriyam Haripurutu Sundara Didikadamba Sandipita Sadari Kandares Purutu Vasachinandana Radhe Brindavanari Se Karanamanita Vahini Kripani Japarajada Samayam Pradiyatam Sham Sundashikanda Sheka Smerahasamuli Manoharadika Rasika Kripaye Rasika Radhika Rasika Kripetan Kripa Mankuru Tavai Vasmi Najiva Mitvabi Nadi Vigani Devi Tamitimam Sharanatike Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sabse Pele, first of all, offer unlimited obeisances to the lotus feet of our spiritual master, Param Pujapad Paramarajitam, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtotara Satashishimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. We also offer unlimited obeisances thousands and thousands of times at the lotus feet of our entire Rupanuga Guru Parampara, especially His Divine Grace Srila Gaura Govinda Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami, our grandsire Guru Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesha Goswami Maharaj, and the founder of Gaudiya Matha, Acharya Bhaskar Jagat Guru Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada. I also offer my humble obeisances tonight at the lotus feet of our Param Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. Pray for his mercy. And I also offer my obeisances to all the devotees present, Vaishnavas, Matri Brinda, Vats. Please accept my humble obeisances. So, we're very fortunate to be able to come together, take the holy name together, to chant this name, and try to work towards fulfilling the goal, human form of life. No human form of life is attained very rarely, but in the association of those devotees, those Gaura Priyajana, who are dear to Supreme Lord, then one can very quickly make progress in realizing the self, realizing that we have nothing to do with this material manifestation, this physical body in reality. It's only a vehicle, and that we can attain that goal, which is very difficult to attain. But after having received the mercy of Guru, Bhagavat, Bhagavan, Bhakta, and the Bhagavat, then we can be assured of success. But to do that, we have to receive the mercy of the sadhus. And as we quoted this morning, any opportunity to serve Vaishnavas, we should take that, and that will be our great help. And we should also try to glorify the Vaishnavas every time we get a chance. That's why when the appearance days come, disappearance days of all the significant Vaishnavas in our line, as it says, Vaishnava Gunagan Jiver Korletran Sunyachi Sadhguru Mukhe, I've heard from the lotus lips of these pure sadhus that in order to become free from the clutches of material energy, simply by glorifying the Vaishnavas, we can become very happy. And their order is to, as Maharaj quoted last night, Mahaprabhu's mission is to give us a holy name. He said, first of all, we have to understand our diseased condition, and then to seek that qualified physician. Mahaprabhu thought like that when he came to this world and was distributing his Sankirtan movement. He said, Eneche Asharigram, Hare Krishna Mahamantra Lautami Magi. That this is the medicine for this disease of Maya. Eneche Oshari. This is the medicine, this Oshari, that will be delivered from the clutches of Maya using this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now Mahaprabhu had that mood, but sometimes some devotees who were his students, they were smarter Brahmins, very high-class students, and they went to Mahaprabhu, but one day they saw in the house of Srivas Pandit, Mahaprabhu was actually sitting alone, crying, and he was moving his fingers in the dirt like a disheveled person. Similarly, we read about how gopis were moving their hands in the dirt in separation from Krishna, and he was crying, tears of falling from the eyes of Mahaprabhu in the mood of gopis. And he was simply chanting Gopi, 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 Gopi. And one rather impudent student saw Mahaprabhu doing that, and he was regarded Mahaprabhu as his guru in Nyaya and in Shastra, logic, in grammar, Vyakaran, in Jyotish. Remember that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had his own toll from the age of 11, and he was teaching persons who were far senior to him. So he was an extraordinary person, but this young Brahmin, he saw Mahaprabhu in such a weakened state, and he said, oh, you're telling us to chant Krishna, Krishna, but now you're chanting Gopi, Gopi. Why are you doing like this? This is not proper. It's not supported by any Shastra that you've revealed to us. Mahaprabhu, of course, he became in such a furious mood, thinking that this person is not understanding the pain experienced in the heart of Srimati Radhika in a separation from Krishna. And he was thinking, this person is supporting Krishna, and Krishna is Lampat. He is Durjan. He is not trustworthy. He's causing so much suffering to Radharani and Gopis, and he's supporting them. I will deal with him. So Mahaprabhu, in a rage, picks up a stick, and he chases that boy down the road in great fury. And the boy runs for his life, very far away. Of course, Mahaprabhu was prevented from going any further by his associate, Srivas Pandit. Haridas, they say, stay here. Of course, that Brahmin, he has very big abhiman, and he becomes very offended by what Mahaprabhu did to him. He says, he went to saw his friends, a whole group of the Brahmins, and he said, we are also very important persons. We're also Brahmins. We have a high-class family lineage. And who is this Nimai Pandit think he is that he can threaten us and attack us with sticks? We'll have to make a plan to deal with him and to punish him. So internally, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood this. And he thought that I've come here to give this medicine, Pipalada. Srila Sridhar Maharaj calls it Pipalada. It's a medicine for the dropping sickness, madness of material existence. Eneche Oshari Maya Nasibaru Lagi. Hare Krishna Mahamantra Lautami Magi. It's a free thing, you take it. He wanted to give that to the whole world, but when he realized that even these educated people were not able to accept his message, from that point he started to think deeply, what must I do to make the world accept this gift that I've come to give? He's come from Goloka, Vrindavan, from Svetadvip, to deliver every person in this world, and therefore he had to realize that now's the time for him to take sannyas. Mahaprabhu decided that, and he only told a few persons, 4 or 5 persons, Chandrasekhar, Mukunda, Giradha, Nityananda, all his close associates knew that he made that decision. On that cold morning on the month of Magh, Mahaprabhu went to Hridoya Ghat, that very cruel ghat on the Ganga, that gave no mercy to the followers, to Satyama and Vishnupriya Devi. He plunged into the Ganga, into the freezing cold waters of the Ganga, and swam straight across, and then walked like a lion in great pace to Katwa, where he sought out his guru, his sannyas guru. And then he arrived there by about 11, Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains. And so the pastime goes on. But because of Mahaprabhu's mercy, we're able to follow his instruction. People are gathering here tonight, they're chanting the holy name. And the holy name of Krishna is the great benefit for which we all are hoping for nam nama karibhav nitya savashaktis tatrapiyati hamidasmanadina kala etadvishita vakipa bhagavan namapi dudavami hajani nanurga. Shastra says savatra pradata nama savashaktimaya jagadananda kari namera dharmahai. The holy name is a bestower of all the objectives of life and is full of spiritual potency. It is the nature of the holy name toward transcendental bliss to the whole world. And what does Krishna say? Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshuva yatra gayanti madbhakta tatra tishtani narada. Krishna is telling Narad, I do not dwell in the Vaikunthas, nor am I in the hearts of the yogis. I reside where my devotees glorify my name, the form, the qualities, and my transcendental pastimes. So for us to take up this platform or this mission of chanting Hare Krishna, we can be very, very confident of a glorious outcome. Because Valmiki has described the glories of the name as such. Brahma Bodhi Samudbhavam Kalimalam Radharam Sanam Shavriyam Srimad Shambhu Mukhendu Sundare Vare Samshobhitam Savida Sangsaramaya Tejasam Sukhakaram Shijanaka Jivanam. Because who is this Krishna that we're calling his name? Tam Maridevam Karunanidanam Tam Malavarnam Suitavataram Samsara Apara Sangsara Samudra Setum Bhajamahi Bhagavata Shurupam. That this Krishna is such a beautiful personality. He's so attractive. He's the Lord of all, Tamari Devam. He's the original origin of all the gods. Tamari Devam Karunanidanam. He's an ocean of mercy. There's no end to the kindness of Krishna. Everything that we're experiencing in this world is simply his kindness in order to adjust our position so we can turn our attention to him and go back to our original spiritual blissful existence. And then he says, Tamalavaranam Suitavataram. So he has a beautiful color of a tamal tree, so in separation Radharani will embrace the tamal tree thing, that is Krishna himself. Suitavataram, when he comes in this world as an avatar, he does only for the good of others. He's a Paramakarana. He's very, very merciful. Suitavataram. Appara Sangsara. So the Sangsara is also very, very difficult to... the Sangsara, the ocean of birth and death, is very, very difficult to cross. But how do we cross that? We have to use the bridge. Samudra Setum. Here's that great bridge by which we cross over the ocean of material existence and become free from the sharks and crocodiles that are devouring us in this endless ocean of birth and death. So Bhajamahe Bhagavata Shurupam. Krishna is very kind in that he appears in this form of Bhagavan, his Bhagavan form in the form of Bhagavat in the Shastra and in the holy name. So this Brahma Bodhi Samudbhavam, we can churn with our body, with our intelligence, the Shastra ocean, and we can come to so many conclusions, and so many things will come to the surface of consciousness. But the unlimited nectar of Sri Ram is the gift of that study, that deep study and understanding absolute truth. The study of Shastra is the churning of the mind. But Krishna, he takes the churning rod from his mother's hand and he stops her from churning the yoga. What does this mean? He wants us to not become too absorbed in scholarly pursuits and mere academic study of Shastra, but to actually become more inclined to devotion and receive the merciful glance of the Supreme Lord. Take the holy name in favour of scholarly pursuits. And Kali Malam Pratadvam Sanama Chay Abriyam. The evils and the impurities of Kali Yuga, they're completely destroyed, they're uprooted. Pratadvam. By this, a chanting of holy name, and the sinful seeds are destroyed. So Pratadvam means completely, and the examples given is also explained by Sanatana Goswami in his commentary on this Bhakti Rasayan Maharaj was quoting this morning, that when the fire goes through the forest, the bamboo is burnt to ashes, it looks like everything's gone and there's nothing left. But after some time, some rains will come, and again you'll see the sprouts will be coming from the previous place of the roots of the burnt bamboo, and again they sprout. So in the same way, this is explained also in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, that many persons, they perform prayachita, some sort of atonement for sinful actions. They do some tapasya, some dhan, some yagyas, some fasting, some vrat, in order to atone for sins. But if the seeds of the sinful mentality in the form of kud, bij, prarabdha and aparabdha are not completely eradicated from the heart, then what will happen is that that person will again become victim of this desire, this growth of these sinful seeds. But the holy name of Krishna, and Ram in this case, is so powerful that he roots out from the root this pratvam. He completely destroys the tendency for sin, and there's no more problem for that person. So the bamboo will not sprout again. And the Chavyam Ram is eternal. He's like the sun. The sun is always shining in the sky, so the name of Ram is always there, giving glory to the world. So, Srimad Shambho Mukendu Sundare Vare Shamshobitam Savida. So who is Mukendu? That is Shambho, and he has a beautiful face. That is the beautiful face of Shiva. And he's the topmost beautiful person in this universe. Why is he beautiful? Because he's always meditating on the beauty and the glory of Ram, and his name in his face is always uttering this Ram Nam. And the moonbeams that Mukendu Sundare Avare Sanshobhitam, they're very beautiful. Those moonbeams appearing on his face are the name of Ram. And Mahadev is very merciful. He gives his Tarak Nam to the souls who leave their body in Varanasi. And we know that if they leave their body in Harihara Kshetra, then he'll also witness that he'll also call the name of Gauranga in our ears, and then we'll be able to go to Svetadvip after leaving this body. Sangsaramaya Tejasam Sukakaram Shijanaka Jivanam. So the unfailing medicine for Maya, repeated birth and death, and the only saviour of the world is a Sri Harinam. Harinam. And Janaki, the dear consort of Sri Ram, what is her life and soul? Only the name of Ram. When she's staying in the garden of Ravan in Lanka, this Ashokvataka, she's constantly chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. And the Rakshasis who are there around her, they notice that she's only absorbed in Ram. So she can't even be conscious of her external environment. Even Ravana comes to see her, or so many things going around her. She's just tears. Her body's become very lean and thin in separation from Ram. Tears are pouring from her eyes. And only solace is this, Ram Nam. So what is the purpose? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janane yatarishayanam. Iha sangsari bahudushtare, kripaya pare bahumurare. Bhagavan Shripad Shankaracharya is telling this in his famous Ashtakam. Born again, and death comes. Born again, then we die, then rebirth comes. We're forced to stay in the mother's womb. It is indeed very difficult to cross the insurmountable ocean of samsara. Then kripaya pare pahumurare, O Murari, O Krishna, please redeem me by your mercy. Adi Shankara is saying, and he says there's two syllables, Rama. If the Rama is going on your lips, then there's no way Maya can enter, sinful consciousness cannot enter your life. Because Rama, the mouth can enter Ram, and then when you close the mouth, Ram, those sins that leave, they're driven out by the power of Ram's name, they cannot re-enter your consciousness. And also we know that this name brings domestic peace to the family of Shivji. He's sitting very happily in Kailash with Parvati Devi and with Ganesh and Kartikeya, his brother, and they all have different, Durga Devi or Parvati, her instrument or her vehicle is the lion, and but Ganeshji, her son, his instrument vehicle is the mouse, and then there's also Kartikeya, his instrument is the peacock. So peacock and mouse, and also there's Sheshanag there with Shivji, Sankarshan, who is Shivji's guru. So they're all opposed in nature, but because they're all under the shelter of the holy name of Ram, they have a peaceful family life. So our acharyas say to us that if we want peaceful family life, husband and wife to be harmonious, children to be happy and fulfilled, then the home must resound with the names of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And this is Danyaste Kritano Vibhanti Satatam Shri Rama Nama Amritam. So all glories to those exalted pious devotees who constantly drink the nectar of the chanting of the name of Sri Ram. So we're praying that by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, especially our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and tonight our Pujapad Siddhanti Maharaj, that we'll become strong, we'll get Nishta, and we'll get determination to take the name of Ram, and especially the name of Krishna, and follow the gopis as they understand, as written by Raghunath Das Goswami Yatkin Karashu Pahasha, Yatkin Karashu, Yatkin Karashu,
Bausha
Kalukakuvani, Mricham, Yatkin Karashu, Pashu Kalukakuvani, Micham, Rasha, Purashashikandamoli, Tasya Kadarasan, and Bishivana Jayas, Tatkeli Kunja Bhavani, Marjani Sham. So Krishna is there at the doorway of the Kunj. This is our final understanding where everything's leading us. That Krishna is standing at the doorway of the Kunj, and there are very young Sakis, Manjaris, and they're preventing Krishna from entering the Kunj to meet with Radharani. And Krishna is feeling very, very distressed, and he's using so many imploring words, begging them at their lotus feet, bowing at their lotus feet. Please, please let me enter the Kunj. And the devotee who is praying, Raghunath Das Goswami, let me see such a scene, and let me simply become one straw in that broom that is sweeping that Kunj to see such a glorious thing. And we always pray for the mercy of Radharani to become her maidservant by the mercy of our Gurudev. Vrindavaneshri Vayoguna Rupalila, Sobhagya Keli, Karanajana Videhi, Dasi Bhavani Sukhiyanti Sadasa Kantam Tam Radikam Paricharami Rasami. So this is our hope, that we follow in their footsteps, that he wants to be there as a maidservant supporting Radharani when she's very happily engaged in meeting with Krishna, and they're experiencing so much shobha, so much auspicious happiness, and he wants to taste that rasa of Radharani's pleasure in meeting Krishna. So with that, I'll leave my words. I pray for the mercy of our Gurudev. Please forgive me if I've said anything wrong, made so many errors, but I'm doing my best, and I would like to ask you all to give me a chance to serve you as best I can. Anything I can do, please let me offer my pranam to your lotus feet, and let us all try to give happiness to Gurudev in whatever way that will manifest. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhaktivedanta Siddhanta Maharaj ki jai ho. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Hello Sachinandan Gaur Hari Hi
Jai.
Jnanatimrandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurum Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Sadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Follow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol. Welcome everyone. Last class here in Murwillumbah. We are hearing many pastimes and many vichars. Very deep philosophical aspects from Srimad Bhagavatam describing the glories of Leela Purushottam Krishna, Prem Purushottam Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are very fortunate. We are in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are trying to serve and worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's why Srimad Bhagavatam claims anyone who worships the deity of Kali Yuga, the golden avatar, Sachinandan Gaur Hari, with Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is considered to be a Sumedasa. Krishna Varnam Atusha Krishnam Sangopang Astra Pashadam.
Yajna Sankirtan Prai Yajantihi Suvedasa. The most intelligent, intellectual person is one who in this iron age of Kali, full of hypocrisy, fights, wars, take shelter of Harinam, Holy Name, and worship Sachidananda Govardhan. Considered as Suvedasa. Just by worshipping Mahaprabhu, the worship of all other incarnations are accomplished. Because who is Mahaprabhu? Avatar Sar Gaur Avatar is the essence of all avatars. In other avatars there is some abhav, some scarcity, relishing some rasa vichar and all. Even in Krishna, pastimes. But Mahaprabhu is complete, relishing, incomplete. What is relishing? Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu keeps relishing the joyous moods of Radha's Anurag. Always. Antar Krishna Vahir Gaur. So Shri Pradhan Sasi Thakur describing Achre Dharman Paricharche Vishnu Vicharche Tirthani Vicharche Vedan. Anyone who is trying to follow all regulations of dharma, following varnashram dharma properly, and Paricharche Vishnu, serving Krishna, going through all the holy places, Vicharche Tirthani, and reading the Vedas, means the holy scriptures. But a condition applied there. Vina Gaur Priyajan Pad Sevanam. Unless one gets smeared with the dust of Gaur Priyajan, means the associate, the dear associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vedapi Dushprabham Param Vadanti. It's so difficult to get interest into this divine realm. Unless one gets blessed by associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Unless. Therefore, Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami said, Jao Bhagavad Padho Vaishnav Sthane Ekant Ashray Karo Chaitanya Charane Chaitanya Bhakt Nitya Karo Sang Tabhi Janive Tumi Anand Samudta. From where should we go to hear Srimad Bhagavatam? Jao Bhagavad Padho Vaishnav Sthane. Srila Guru Govind Goswami Maharaj used to sing this verse. Jao Bhagavat Padho Vaishnavera Sthane Ekanta Ashaya Karo Chaitanya Charane. Yes? Srila Guru Govind Goswami Maharaj. So melodious he used to sing it. Jao Bhagavad Padho Vaishnava Sthane. Go to Vaishnavas. Which Vaishnavas? The devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They can give us the detailed insight of Tattva of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the glories of the associate. And when I say associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that means Sri Rupa Goswami. And those who are following the line of Sri Rupa Goswami, Rupanuga Guru Vargas. What is the speciality of the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Gaur Priyajan. They are infused with the potency by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself to describe the glories of Radharani. Sri Shukdev Goswami in Bhagavatam, even though describing indirectly and somewhere directly the glories of Radharani, but in a hidden way, for many reasons. And Krishna also likes Parokshavad. Parokshavad means Parokshavad Baloham, Vedoham, Valanam, Anushashanam. Things which are being said indirectly. It's called Paroksh. Yeah. So even though the names of Radharani have been uttered by Shukdev Goswami, but in a very hidden way. Anye Radhito Nunam Bhagwan Hari Rishwara. Bhagavatam 10:20. But why Shukdev Goswami was not able to chant and utter directly? I don't know. I heard from Gurudev describing, if Shukdev Goswami would have uttered directly the name of Radharani, then Murcha, unconscious state for months and months. Then how to deliver Parikshit, who got cursed, that in 7 days, after 7 days he is going to leave his body. But Rupa Goswami describing, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami describing like thousands of tongues the glories of Radharani. How come? That's the infusion of the potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At Dashwamedh Ghat, Prayag, Mahaprabhu met Sri Rupa Goswami. Sri Rupa Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. And therefore, Vrindavan Ras ke Nivartam Kale Lupta Nij Shakti Yuktah Sanchare Rupna Vyatna Punasaha Prabhu Eva Prayag Eva Lok Shishtim. Vrindavan Ras ke Nivartam, the beautiful Varta, dialogues, the pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna got lost. Kale Lupta Nij Shakti Yuktah, got lost because of time factor. Sanchare Vyapna Punasaha. Shri Mahaprabhu Sanchare infused his potency in Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami describing Bhakti Sama Sindhu, usually known, all the details. And all those who are following the line of Shri Rupa Goswami, Rupa Nuga Guruvas. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, the best amongst all Rupanugas. Shri Jiva Goswami, Shri Narottam Thakur, Shri Nivas Acharya Prabhu. Then Rupanuga variety, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Following this line of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Only with their causeless mercy. Nirupadik, as mercy has no cause, is causeless. We are getting acquainted with the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. We are hearing under this roof, having darshan of Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna, and hearing such deep topics. Maharaji was describing so many beautiful shlokas. Those who can understand and know, they can relish. It was a great collection of what he was speaking. By the causeless mercy, which has no cause. Because if they are going to find the cause, then it will be difficult. If they are going to find our qualification, then it would be very difficult for us. And therefore they are following one rule. And that rule is Patra Vicharam Na Kurute Na Cha Param Vikshati. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Patra Vicharam. Without consideration, you are qualified or not qualified. Mahaprabhu is Datte Bhakti Ratam. Saiva Gaur Param Vigatim. He is giving that bhakti free of cost. Shraddhavan Janahe Bhakti Adhikari. Just by seeing some little Shraddha, Mahaprabhu is giving through his associates. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, we all, under his wings, under the shade of his lotus feet, getting to know all this great philosophy and tattvas. If he would have not appeared on this planet, with the mercy of Bhakti Thakur, the whole world would have been bereft of worshipping Mahaprabhu and understanding Mahaprabhu. It's not that easy tattva. Mahaprabhu is not easy going. But we have not seen Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. But actually, we are seeing him by hearing about him from his representatives. And when I say this, I am referring to my Guru Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. Prabhu asked me this morning to say a few words, and that is my favorite topic. To glorify Guru Maharaj. Who lived in this world, physical presence, under 2 years. So there are many specialities from many perspectives. Those who have seen him, you can understand the gravity of bhajan, the sincerity of the service, and the gravity of bhajan. Expert in all areas. I don't know from where to start. Some devotees, they're very expert in singing. Some devotees, they're very expert in speaking. Some devotees, very expert in doing yajnas. Some devotees, very expert in worshipping deities. Some devotees, very expert in installing deities. And some devotees, very expert in translation, publication. Some devotees, very expert in physically serving one's Guru Maharaj. These are all areas. And some devotees are very expert in secluded sadhana, bhajan. And Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj, is expert in all these areas. From where to start with? In terms of speaking Harikatha, his Harikatha is not 30 minutes, 1 hour. And he was always not looking at the audience and speaking. Eyes closed and he's speaking. Doesn't matter, like today we say, 60 members attended the program at this center. Wow, that's great. Great turnout. Guru Maharaj, it's nothing to do with the numbers. Even if there is 1 or 1 million, his eyes were closed and he was speaking Harikatha. Somebody asked Guru Maharaj, why your eyes are closed when you're speaking Harikatha? You don't even see who's sitting, who's not sitting. Guru Maharaj used to say, I'm speaking to my Mahaprabhu. I'm glorifying him. I'm speaking to him And in that conversation between me and him, whoever is sitting and hearing, they'll get benefited. But I'm not there to see how many numbers are there. I'm just serving my Mahaprabhu. Direct connection. And therefore, there's a term called samadhi. What does samadhi means? Samadhi.
Samadhi, equal. Equal.
Somebody asked what is the meaning of samadhi? Simple terminology. Samadhi means do not disturb. Totally immersion and absorption. Totally absorption. We don't want to get disturbed. But Guru Maharaj, while speaking Harikatha, used to get in samadhi. Samadhi is not when one leaves the planet, when one leaves the body, and we give samadhi to acharyas. But there is also a term called Jivanta Samadhi. Even in living state, samadhi. Speaking Harikatha, he gets into samadhi. Therefore, he has no conscience. He is speaking on and on. Especially when he's in the center, there is a system, morning and evening we should have Harikatha. Yes, in all the centers. And this system is started by Guru Maharaj in 1923. When he got initiation from his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and he full-time joined Srila Prabhupada in Calcutta, 1 Ulta Danga Road, a rented house. That was the first center established by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj took initiation on Janmashtami and fully surrendered to his Guru Maharaj. Once upon a time in the morning, he was reading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and 2-3, just handful of devotees were listening what he's speaking. Srila Prabhupada, he came out from his room and he saw what's happening. They all stood up. That's common sense. If Guru Maharaj walks in, devotee disciples should stand up in honor. There are many regulations. There are many. So everyone stood up. Prabhupada said, "No, sit down. What are you reading?" Guru Maharaj said, "I'm reading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." Srila Prabhupada was so happy to hear this. And he said, "My purpose to establish centers is to worship Harinam Prabhu, means holy name, and to hear Harikatha. Because Krishna resides and not different is Harikatha and a holy name. To reside with Krishna means to always stay connected with holy name and Harikatha. Because Krishna is always present. Mad bhaktar yatra gayanti tatra krishnami narada. Wherever my pure devotees speaking Harikatha, I always reside here. So Srila Prabhupada said, I want you to read and speak Harikatha morning and also evening. Guru Maharaj started morning and evening Harikatha. And from there on, that point on, the system started, and which is now everywhere in the world. All institutions, all Gaudiya institutions, we have morning and evening Harikatha session. It started by Guru Maharaj, by instruction of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And then especially in the mud. Whose phone is that?
He's outside.
When he was speaking Harikatha, this time, like 6 to 8. And Guru Maharaj starts speaking 6 o'clock, Mangalacharan, and 8 o'clock, time over. And devotees have to go to take prasad. But his eyes closed and he keep on speaking. And goes till 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And devotees start looking at each other. Now it's actually time for prasad. He's supposed to finish by 8, but now it's 10 o'clock. He just keep on speaking, 10:30. And everyone's looking at the sevak. Tell Guru Maharaj to stop. Sevak knows very well. If I'm going to disturb him, he's going to shout at me, chastise me. So careful. But he's just saying, I cannot do anything. And Guru Maharaj is not even looking, eyes closed. 11 o'clock. Then finally he came and touched his lotus feet. And Guru Maharaj, what? Time. 11 o'clock. What? Stop. Let me finish. 11:30. Guru Maharaj. And devotees start walking out. Because they are hungry and sleepy. Only 2-3 left. Everyone left. Only 2-3 sitting there and hearing Harikatha. The rest they all prasadam and rest. And around 11:30, when he got disturbed, then he opened his eyes and so, what is the matter? Guru Maharaj, 11:30. What? I only spoke 2 hours, 1 hour. He said, no, almost 4.5, 5 hours. Then he said, oh, 11:30. Oh, I'm so sorry. I disturbed everyone, I'm so sorry. Let's all go and take prasad now. 11:30, 12 o'clock. Samadhi in Harikatha. Visualizing everything. And there is so much insight, so much siddhanta. Because throughout his life, he was put in publication by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. When Guru Maharaj came to Prabhupada, he was young. And Srila Prabhupada asked him one day, I want you to serve me in publication. And Guru Maharaj said, I have no idea. I have no experience in publication. Srila Prabhupada gave one pen. He said, very soon you get all the ideas and experiences. That pen received from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada was not ordinary pen. That pen never stopped throughout his life. The infusion of energy through pen never stopped. Writings. And Srila Prabhupada getting more and more demanding. So he started with yearly magazine, then 6-month magazine, then monthly magazine, then fortnightly magazine, then weekly magazine, and then daily newspaper. These are only magazines, but what about the publications? Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and many other books. Imagine. Srila Prabhupada getting more and more demanding, and Guru Maharaj trying to serve him the way he wanted. Where Srila Prabhupada wanted him to serve. That pen never stopped. So from morning till night, all day long, and sometimes all night, he's serving in publication, writing those articles. And once he approached his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, very humble submission. This is how we have to approach, right? Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashna sevaya. You should not approach Guru Maharaj with attitude. Why you said that yesterday? Wait a minute. What was this question about? Or can you answer my this question? That's not etiquette. You approaching Guru Maharaj, spiritual master, it has to be with so much humility and submissive mood, with not prashna, pariprashna, with inquisitive mood, with humble mood. You are approaching an ordinary person. You are not approaching an ordinary person. So Guru Maharaj, when he came to Srila Prabhupada, he said, I have one request. And Srila Prabhupada said, what request? There is so much seva in publication, and I am very glad to serve you. Because when I am serving in publication, I am directly serving you. That's your instructions to me. Obeying the instructions, which are sometimes direct and sometimes universal. When it is direct, it's a matter of honor for a disciple. I want you to do this. Was a disciple should jump to hear this. That's an honor given to me. Even though it appears like a difficult task and sometimes impossible task, a disciple should feel honored. That's my honor. He is giving me this instruction or this order. He could have given to many, some other, but he has given this to me. I'm honored. I'm honored. So Guru Maharaj said, Prabhupada, I'm so happy and glad you made me qualified. I never had any qualification to serve in publication. I never ever thought of this. No experience, no realization, no qualification. You given me qualification and you're making me realize this. I have no any problems in that. But my heart sometimes gets broken because I'm not able to follow other instructions in parallel to this. Srila Prabhupada said, what instructions? You're telling all disciples to chant 100,000 names every single day, 64 rounds. That's your wish. So, although I'm following this, but I'm feeling difficult to accomplish this in parallel to the other services you're giving to me. What is the connection of disciple and guru? There is no body connection. Of course, a disciple do Vapu Seva, serves one's Gurudev, whatever requirements, facilities he wants. The connection of Guru and disciple is a connection of Seva. Moment a disciple leaves that Seva, connection is broken. Immediately connection is broken. No matter if Guru, spiritual master, leaves the planet or if he stays in the planet. He leaves this world or he stays in this world. Or even if it is far away and we have no close proximity with him. Connection is just the seva. As long as disciple remembers and meditates, dhimahi, meditates on that correction, on that seva, he or she feels correction. And if there is no seva, if there is no responsibility, then it's not even a human life. Because animals, they don't have any responsibilities. They're not responsible for anything. Their life is just to eat, sleep and mate and fasting days and night. That's not the purpose of human beings. That's not the ideals of becoming a devotee. It has to be with responsibility. Not only for those who are sannyasis, but brahmachari, krist, vanprist, sannyasi, every individual, every disciple of respected Gurudevs should be responsible and should take a responsibility to serve the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very serious affair. Don't take this lightly. Don't take this lightly. Taking responsibility means taking some pains. And no pain, no gain. Pain has to be taken. Responsibility has to be taken. If Mahaprabhu had taken this responsibility to deliver everyone, he gone through challenges. What challenges? How can I deliver Jagai and Madai? The most wretched people? That's a challenge. But the responsibility, the loving responsibility to deliver everyone without consideration, path, qualification and no qualification. Similarly, the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they took great responsibilities. Amongst them, amongst the associates, the 6 Goswamis. Vande Rup Sanatana Bhattajago Shiji Bhagopalako. All other associates, they were in Nilachal, in Jagannath Puri, having very good time with Mahaprabhu. Very often I say this. They are having nice time with Mahaprabhu, dancing in Rath Yatra, bathing in Narendra Sarovar, splashing pastimes, water splashing pastimes. They are seeing Mahaprabhu in the close proximity with Mahaprabhu. But who were sent far away? By Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, the 6 Goswamis. Oh Rup Sanatan, go to Braj. Discover the lost holy places. Establish deities. Write scriptures and Vaishnava Sadachar, 4 orders. Go. How painful it is, can you understand? Living the close proximity of one's most worshipable and loved one. We can't even relate this. Our loved one means our family members, that's all. But for the Goswamis, from Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu was their breath, their life and their soul. Leaving Mahaprabhu means the life is going out. How painful it is to leave the close proximity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to obey the order of Mahaprabhu, to go to Braj, to obey the order of Mahaprabhu, a great sacrifice. Mahaprabhu Bhakta Gane Vairagya Pradhan, Jaan dekh le tushta hai Shri Gaur Bhagwan. One thing very common amongst the associates of Mahaprabhu is Vairagya, renunciation. What can be more big renunciation than this? What can be more big renunciation? One renunciation is, they've given up all their designations, they were prime ministers, they were ministers, they having all riches, all wealth. They gave up. Taptva turnam ashesh mandalapatim shrenim sada tuchchavar. Bhutva deen ganesh karuneya kopin kanthashito. Gopi bhav rasamrta vada hari kallo lo magnamuhur. Vande rup sanatana bhattajugoshi jiva gopal. Giving them all their wealth, all their positions. That renunciation is very small. In comparison with the renunciation, leaving the close proximity of Mahaprabhu to obey the order of Mahaprabhu. And they came to Braj. And what's the connection? The connection is seva. There's a seva of Mahaprabhu. And that's why Mahaprabhu always used to ask, how is Rup Sanatan? How is Rup Sanatan? To anyone, all his devotees. Mahaprabhu's connection is with that seva connection. This is very subtle connection. Very subtle connection. So, the connection is seva. And in seva there is always challenges. And there is always struggles. And Srila Bhakti Thakur described, Tomar sevai dukhaye jato seito parama sukha. O Krishna, Tomar sevai, while serving you with responsibility, if I'm going through I'm encountering some problems and troubles, Saito Parama Sukha, that is the cause of my happiness, because you are the center of that trouble. I could have immediately given up, but because you are the center, and all these struggles and problems coming to me, that's a great joy and happiness to me. It's very easy to sing. On practical grounds, it's so difficult. But Bhakti Thakur's realization cannot be false. That's his emotions. Describing, because you are the center and I am connected with you. Ami je tomar, tumi je amar. I'm yours and you are mine. And I love you so much. In that loving connection with you, any troubles I'm encountering is my happiness. Guru Maharaj, he approached Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada saying, you ordered all of us to chant 64 rounds every day. I'm finding some difficulties. Why difficulties? Because there's so much to do in publication. You keep on adding. Yearly magazine, then 6 months, then monthly, then weekly, and then daily newspaper. Srila Prabhupada introduced Dainya Dadi Prakash, a daily newspaper. Scholars from Navadvip Dham, they were laughing on Prabhupada. From where are you going to get the material to introduce a daily newspaper every day, a newspaper? From where are you going to gather that material? Srila Prabhupada used to laugh on them, saying, oh, don't worry about that. This world is just 1/4 of the opulence of the Lord. This material world is just 1/4 opulence of Krishna. And spiritual world is 3/4. So for this 1/4 opulence of Krishna, there are hundreds of newspapers in the world and there's so much material. And I have so much, 3/4 opulence of Krishna. I have material for 3/4 opulence of Krishna. So you don't worry. I have so much material. So Guru Maharaj requests Prabhupada, if you allow me with your order, permission, can I chant some less number of rounds? Because there is so much to do in publication. Guru Maharaj was expecting Prabhupada to be very soft and mellow. And hearing this plea, Prabhupada would say, okay, chant less. But instead of that, Srila Prabhupada asked, how many hours you sleep? And Guru Maharaj said, sometimes 4 hours, sometimes 3 hours. In 24 hours, not noon. If Gurudev asked me, how many hours you sleep, Gurudev? 3 hours. I'm speaking about how many hours you sleep in 24 hours, not after lunch. Yeah, Guru Maharaj, after lunch I sleep 3 hours. Night is different, no? And Guru Maharaj said in 24 hours, 4 hours or 3 hours max. And Srila Prabhupada said, okay, from tomorrow sleep only 2 hours. From tomorrow on, sleep only 2 hours, not less than. I don't want you to chant less than 64 rounds along with the services I've given you. Is it ordinary? Is it simple? If we get this order, what's going to happen? Thunderbolt. Finish. Guru Maharaj was so glad to hear this. Because if Prabhupada is giving me this order, instruction, he is also going to give me the Shakti, the potency to accomplish this. And as Prabhu was mentioning this morning, when we used to see Guru Maharaj, in his room, a full chant like Sam. Yeah? You enter Guru Maharaj's room and it's like he's shining. So much effulgence. Not just I'm saying by words or a poetry words to describe him. No, exactly it was like this. So much effulgence. And his beads are like jewels. So again and again we used to request him, Guru Maharaj, can you show your beads? 101 when he was 101 years old. And he used to take off his beads, which was like so shiny and like a jewel. Chanting from 1923, and I'm speaking about 1907. How many years? Day and night chanting. Day and night chanting. All night chanting. All day chanting. Because Guru Maharaj used to say, because Srila Prabhupada made us like this from the beginning. No rest. Always serve, always serve, always serve. So expert in chanting. Never seen anyone like this. I used to be the next door to Srila Guru Maharaj. Every hour I used to sneak in room and seeing checking what he's doing. And he's on his beat, he's chanting. At the age of 101. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, seriously, chanting. And with publication. Now, publication means what? It was a challenge in those days to print books, to publish books. 1923. There was not enough money and there were no computers, no digital world or manual, everything manual. That's why it was so challenging. And Guru Maharaj and many other acharyas, they took so much pain for us, for upcoming sadhakas. They're going to get benefit with all these scriptures and these books. So, editor-in-chief, Srila Prabhupada's publication was Guru Maharaj. And now we have easily access to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and many other further publications, small books, big books. But where is the origin? The origin is by Guru Maharaj. Spending all day and night in producing those books, publishing those books. The writing never stopped. But after Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada left this planet, there was some disturbance in Gaudiya Math. Some split, some separation and all that. So Guru Maharaj, he started performing seclusion bhajan, Ambika Kana, which is very close to Navadip Dham. Devadi Deva Gaura Chanda Gauridasa Mandire Nityananda Sange Gaura Ambika Temi Hare. Ambika Kana, very close to Navadip. Guru Maharaj came to Ambika Kana and worshipping he got shelter at one temple, Ananta Vasudev temple. No belongings, nothing. Just 2-3 sets of clothes, some letters of Srila Prabhupada. He used to stay there, no room, nothing, just at the balcony veranda. See this mosquito net there? No mattress, nothing, on the floor. And he chanting day and night. Going out once a day for Madhukari. Madhukari, you know, begging alms. Once a day only. And whatever he's getting, he's offering to the deity Ananta Vasudev. And he's honoring Prashadam. He used to honor Prashadam. Once a day, that's all. Crying and weeping, seeing the letters Srila Prabhupada used to write him. He used to write some questions and Prabhupada answering those questions. So he has all these memories in the form of those letters. So keeping those letters to the heart, to the eyes, remembering his Guru Maharaj. So much pain in his heart. And he's chanting, weeping and crying. Ha Prabhupada, Ha Prabhupada. So once upon a time it happened, while he is about to take prasadam, this we got from his personal handwritten diary, this pastime, that when he was about to honor prasad, one of his godmother came. And what's the etiquette? You can't make your godmother starve when you start eating in front of him. It's not polite. And there's only one plate of prasad. He offered that to his godmother. And when he was being asked by his godmother, "You're not taking?" He said, "No, I ate so much this morning, I'm full. I can't eat." So it's good you came. And whatever space he had, a small space, just very small, just like my room there, only that much space. Oh. He offered that to his godmother to make him rest. And Guru Maharaj, instead of taking rest, he's just sitting and chanting. There's an honor to godmother. There's a respect and there's a service to godmother. Facilitating him with whatever you have. If you don't have a penthouse, at least you have a tent house. From penthouse to the tent house. So that is only the tent house. Mosquito net tent house. Equal in all situations. And somehow the day passed. Again next day he went out, he did some alms, some prasada, some bhoga. He offered to Anand Vasudev. He is about to eat, another Bhagavata came. Because Kanha was very close to Navdeep and is a place of darshans. So every day devotees they go and visit temples there. Guru Maharaj sacrificed that also next day. Then the third day, then the fourth day, then the fifth day. 21 days without eating anything. 21 days. He's writing with his own hands in his diary. I didn't eat for 21 days. Only survived on 1 cup of buttermilk. That's all. We're going to die. We're going to die 21 days no eating. And just surviving on buttermilk. How much tolerance, how much patience, how much energy, and how much respect this shows this tolerance. It's not easy to say, as is said by the whole Vaishnava community. Anonymously they said that Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, ideal example of Tirnadapi Sunejena Tarorapi Sashana, more humble than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. It's so easy to verbally say this. But in his life, he was personification of more tolerant than a tree. Personification. Even tree needs water and sunlight. Guru Maharaj didn't eat 21 days. There's a limit of tolerance. So, I would say in whatever areas we choose, is like 100 out of 100 in all the areas. In tolerance, this much. In humility, there's so many pastimes describing that. What to speak of his godbrothers coming to him, paying obeisances to him. Even his disciples, I'm eyewitness. I'm disciple of my Guru Maharaj. In the morning, after completing our mantras, we used to go and pay obeisances to him. How Guru Maharaj was reacting. He used to fold hands and bow down like this. To his own disciples. What to speak of his godbrothers. If any sannyasi walks in his room paying obeisances to Guru Maharaj used to immediately ask forgiveness. I'm too old, Baba, I cannot get up from the bed. Don't take my offense. I'm also paying my obeisances to you. Personification of humility and tolerance. Was always giving respect to others and never seeking any respect. And that's why Kirtan is Hari. He was chanting all throughout his life. So there are many prospects. Like sun has so many rays. Similarly, full of all qualities. Sun, Guru Maharaj like sunshine. With all these rays, means all these qualities. Expert in all the qualities. In regard to speaking Harikatha. So many tattvas. It's because devotees, they get restless, they feel hungry and starving. They used to get up from Harikatha, otherwise no one wants to leave his Harikatha. So much has been spoken there. He starts with one topic, with evidence, reference from the Shastras. Going in smooth, like a wave. Not like fluctuating, saying this, then another point saying this. There's no connection. Just to establish one point, just to establish with evidence, just one point, let's say service to Mahaprabhu, bas. He has like 100 references to it. Purana says this, Veda says this, Mahabharata says this, Bhagavatam says this. You get connection from everywhere. Just to establish one single point, one subject. Personally saw, I personally witnessed. So he was like encyclopedia. Everything he knew. When he turned 102, he used to complain, I'm losing my memory. What are you expecting, 102? So devotees used to come from ISKCON, many sannyasis, GVCs. They used to come to see Guru Maharaj in Mayapur with very difficult questions. How to harmonize this? Very practical questions. They used to come to Guru Maharaj. They know what he says, that's the Siddhanta, that's like Shastras. Shabd Brahman. And no one has any point to refute what Guru Maharaj has said. No one can't even think of this. Because there is no any space left. There is a reference to every answer he is giving. So that's in Mayapur. When he came to Jagannath Puri, in the age of 101, 102, devotees coming forth with personal questions. So Guru Maharaj said, he uttering 1, 2, 3 shlokas, and he said, oh, what was that? I'm forgetting. What was that? See, I'm getting old. I'm old now. I lost my memory. But I'm so sorry, don't take my offense. I want you to give me more evidence, but don't take my offense. Like faltering of voice, since with so much sincerity, melting his heart, because a Vaishnava came to me to ask something, and I'm not able to serve that Vaishnava. With that mood, the pain in his heart. Then he said, but I don't want to offend you, but can you take out that book? Because there's a library next to Guru Maharaj bed. There used to be a library with all the books. And he used to say, take out that book, 3rd shelf, 4th row, the 3rd book. Take out that. Open page number 65, and second last paragraph is the answer of your question. And can you read this for me? He knows exactly where it is written. Where is that book? Which row? Which page number? And then the devotee is oh yes, this is what I wanted to say, I forgot now. So sharp memory. So sharp. Akhand brahmacharya. Many pastimes, many glories, endless topic to speak on. Endless topic. So, Vandana karite loi kato shakti dhari, tamo buddhi dosh mat dambha matra kari, tathapi mukera bhagya manner ulas, dosh hame nij adhame karo nij, mo adhame karo nij das. Sorry. Mo adhame karo nij das. How much can we glorify a transcendental, a spiritual personality? There is no Shakti. I have no potency. I am a fallen, sinful person. I have no access. I can't even touch the glories of a particle in the sun rays. I have no access to the sun. But the particles in sun rays feel happy that I am taking shelter of that one of the ray of the sun. This is my position. How much can I glorify him? I have no words. And Guru Maharaj used to say, especially on the festivals, God Purnima and other festivals, when so many devotees, Vaishnavas invited, Guru Maharaj never used to eat before. Everyone takes prasad and honors prasad. Because he used to say, they all came as my guests. I'm responsible to take care of all the Vaishnavas, no matter sannyasis, brahmachari, grasthas, whoever it is. Even a dog, if he comes, should get some prasad. And because I'm the caretaker of this center, I'm responsible for everyone to have prasadam. Guru Maharaj used to instruct us, his disciples and brahmacharis. Even if one person goes out from this center without eating, I would call the death on that day. I should die on that day. If one person leaves without honoring prasad from my center. So make sure everyone should get comfort and prasadam. Even if a dog comes, should get a prasadam. So Guru Maharaj is, because the offering after deities immediately goes to his room, same prasadam plate. But he used to wait for the time when everyone left with prasadam. And all the brahmacharis also taken prasadam. Then Guru Maharaj used to order the prasadam. So, how much can I say? It's time now. And I don't want to disturb devotees because there's going to be Arati and then also Mahaprasad. So, Madhurena Samapena. My short visit for 2 days in Murwillumbah, arranged by Prakash Prabhu and hosted, invited by Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Parmarthi Maharaj. And to grace this occasion, all of you, respected devotees, you came to give your personal darshans, to purify me, and gave me this opportunity. Very much thankful to Prabhu here. He asked me to speak on Guru Maharaj. I'm so thankful that you allowed and inspired me to speak on him. Because it's a very elaborate topic. And in that short span of 1 hour, whatever I was able to touch. But there's so many more pastimes and glories. We'll keep up for the next time. Remind me again. Next time, speak more glories. These glories of acharyas give so much inspiration and give so much strength for us to follow the proper conduct. Because I'm still a student, I'm learning. I do mistakes. Student means one who do mistakes. I'm not master yet. They are holy masters. They are perfect. And I'm just a student. So students always do mistakes. So if I've done any mistake to anyone here or anywhere else in the world, to hearing me, listening me, I humbly ask forgiveness. For this, my apologies, and I will try my best to learn as quick as possible to follow the standards, the proper standards. So, because I'm on a learning license, L, so those who have L in the back of their car, learners, so others are careful from them. So you all be careful from me. I'm still learning L. One day I'll get license to drive by learning this process. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maharaji, and all wonderful devotees here, Matha Prabhu, and all the devotees. Thank you so much. See you again next time. If I'm alive, we're going to have more Harikatha. That's only our life. Glorifying Acharyas, glorifying Mahaprabhu, glorifying Krishna, Hari Katha is life. If we make Hari Katha our life. And as Srila Prabhupada said, life comes from life. So life comes from life. They have life and they're giving us life. And that life is Hari Katha. Spend your day, every single day of your life, make this a habit. You all are doing, but I'm just saying. Chant every day, sincerely, with quality. Quality chanting, very important. Of course, we focus on quantity to complete our rounds. We should not be only 16. Chanting 16 rounds is the beginning of chanting, not the end of chanting. Chanting starts after 16. 16 is there to like warm up. Don't just give up after warm up. There's a time to work out after 16. So we speak, we go walks, we speak topics, and we also chant. Fine. But some hours of chanting can be midnight, early morning. Quality chanting. Me and Hari Ram, that's all. No one in between us. With quality chanting. Sincerely praying from the heart to Krishna. Speak to Krishna. Speak to Holy Name while chanting. Realizations, no realizations, don't get restless and don't feel hopeless. Is going to come. Wait. Krishna sometimes do intentionally to make us more and more impatient and restless. It's going to come. Keep on doing this. With quality, prayers from the heart. I'm so fallen, degraded, so sinful. All the time, thinking about sins. Amar jivan sada pape rata. I've only committed sins in my life. Is there any hope for me? Can I chant your names purely, without offenses? Can this day come in my life? Any kind of sincere, emotional prayers while chanting. That's the time when we get connection. And Krishna is going to reciprocate. He will speak back. It's quality chanting. So humbly request all devotees, never give up chanting, no matter what happens. And never give up quality chanting. This is one point. Secondly, Hari Katha. There is no scarcity of Hari Katha. In this modern technological world, YouTube is bombarded with Hari Katha. Just put Gurudev name, Srila Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev Prabhupada, the lectures. So much lectures. Facebook full of lectures. Facebook full of rubbish and Facebook also full of lectures. This is how we want to use this. With a knife, I can cut veggies in the kitchen to offer to Krishna. With a knife, I can cut someone's throat outside. The same means. Yeah. We scroll Facebook. I do. But for what purpose? Who's saying what? There's so much Hari Katha. And sometimes, even the young ones, they're speaking Hari Katha. It gives so much inspiration. Like Uma Didi, we lost her, right? She used to come here. So sweet, so senior devotee of Shri. I saw her personally when we stayed together in Shri Keshavji Gaudiya with all brahmacharis and Uma Didi, only one woman in the center. Gurudev allowed her to stay there. And she used to come every morning and evening in her old age from her room to the temple hall to hear Hari Katha, no matter who's speaking. Even a young brahmachari, like 1 year or 2 years, just joined the mud, speaking Harikatha. Umadevi used to come and sit and hear. And once I asked Umadevi, what he knows, you know so much, why you are here to listen his Harikatha? It's just basics. Umadevi said, I'm not here to see who's speaking, who's not speaking. I'm here to honor Harikatha. Whoever is speaking, I'm here to honor and give respect to Harikatha because I'm firm faith. Harikatha and Hari is not different. The respect of Harikatha means respecting Krishna. See, with that intent, with that emotion. So every day, here's some Harikatha. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 12 hours, 24 hours. And quality chanting. And whatever services we can do to our center, this Gurudev center, we should come and offer our services here, whatever qualification we have. In this way, the facility is there, we have to avail that facility. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Raj, all the devotees, on behalf of the devotees here in Murwillumbah, I would like to extend very sincere thanks to Prabhupada Maharaj for coming here and giving us two very nice, wonderful days. I thank him sincerely and I pray that he'll come again very soon. We've got him in the book for 2025, but maybe we'll get a cancellation and come early. So,
In Kali
next Kali Yuga is coming. Anyway, we're very fortunate to have Maharaj and we be very optimistic that there are some Ekdam Paka first class sadhus in the line of our Guru Maharaj and Parampara that are maintaining the message in its pure form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So be confident and as Gurudev says and Maharaj said, don't be hopeless. And please come to the center here, the temple, everyone's welcome. And we can all work together to glorify Gurudev and spread the Nam Sankirtan. Maharaj, again, I thank you. I'll pronounce you as speak.
It's not lotus yet, no. It's developing. It's very good. For now. Very good.
Coming in Brisbane, starting next 6th. 6th of August, next Sunday.
We have Bhagavad Saptah, 7 days Srimad Bhagavatam in this auspicious Purushottam month in Brisbane, Hindu Temple, starting 6th to 12 August, and 13th morning is going to be Yajna, Maha Yajna. So if you can make it for 7 days, or even 1 day or 2 days, whatever, please come. Brisbane is not far. You can come there and contact Prakash Prabhu. He can help you with the details of the schedule. So it's very auspicious in this Purushottam month to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Very auspicious to read and to hear Bhagavatam. So they arranged this. Very thankful to them, and I'm getting this opportunity to speak. And after that, there's going to be Bhagavatam in Hawaii. After Brisbane, 7 days. If you want to come there, you're most welcome. Yes. Also, a big Sangha there in Hawaii.
We remember you promised to do it in English here some years ago.
Yes, sir. I promised to Manju. Where is she? I only promised to her, not to you, Maharaj. Yes, but there's going to be translation also. Simultaneous translation.
In the Hindu temple, Hindus only.
Yes? Okay. Hari Bol.
Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna.